that message that my mom was talking about. It's like, so how would you explain the love that I had with Blue? She basically was like, look, check this out. You came from a mother that had unconditional love. You came from a mother that knew da-da-da. You came from a mother that da-da-da. That knew the look, you know? Then she like, he came from a mother that taught them. And then she said it with quotes. She quoted Blueface's brother mentioning how Blueface and the brother learned how to eat pussy through his mom at a young age. Okay, cool. He never had unconditional love what I had. So when he found me, it's like he didn't know what to do with it. He liked it. Okay then. So I'm just saying, long story short, Klarissa, my mom said what she said, bro. I don't care what nobody say. All that stuff that you're trying to do, all that stuff you try to hide, you could try to say my mom an addict. You could try to say this and this and that, all this and this and that. My mom never taught me that weird stuff. My mom never, no, there was unconditional love, bro. Straight up. Don't care what nobody say. Everybody that keep trying to say seek help, no, bro. I'm letting everybody know what's up. I have a recording. My mom warned me about Latifah. I was like, Mom, we cool. She's like, Chrisean, that's just a facade. We straight up. Straight up. Like, y'all got me messed up for real. No, it's not, oh, she high, this, she that. No, bro, I'm sober, bro. I'm just fed up, bro. Don't care. I don't care. Yeah, Latifah taught me how to do certain things. My mom didn't tell me that. You know when I told my mom what happened to me and stuff, she cried. She said sorry because she wasn't watching us. She said sorry because she was ripping and running. She said sorry because she just thought like...
It started with a phone call that nobody was supposed to hear in the middle of another chaotic week of lives. Subtweets and cryptic stories, Chrisean Rock did something she's never done before. She called her mom on camera. The world watched as a daughter, broken by years of drama and betrayal, finally broke her silence about her twisted, painful feud with Blueface's mom, Klarissa Saffold. The moment the call began, the tension was thick. You could hear Chrisean's voice trembling not from fear, but from exhaustion. "Mama," she said, "I can't take her no more. She'll keep lying on me, dragging my name. She act like she the victim when she's the one that started everything." Her mom's response? Chillingly calm. "Baby," she said, "that woman been jealous since day one. You just finally seeing her for what she is." The internet froze, because this wasn't just another rant. This was personal. Chrisean was done being silent, done being the punching bag for Blueface's family drama, and for the first time, she was exposing what really went down between her and Klarissa behind the scenes. Within hours, the clip went viral. Fans called it the rawest live of the year. Some said Chrisean was healing. Others said she was unraveling. But one thing was certain, this phone call wasn't just a vent. It was a revelation, and the things Chrisean and her mom said next could destroy Klarисsa's entire reputation. To understand why that phone call between Chrisean Rock and her mom shook the internet to its core, you have to know how deep this feud really runs. Because this wasn't just about gossip, Instagram lives, or petty shade. This was about family betrayal and the emotional wounds that fame made impossible to heal. Let's start from the beginning. When Chrisean Rock first entered Blueface's life, the connection was electric wild, unpredictable, and at times terrifyingly raw. What began as a creative partnership quickly turned into one of the most chaotic public relationships in modern hip-hop. Fights, arrests, broken homes, tears, and reconciliations. Fans saw it all. But behind the scenes, the person who seemed to disapprove the loudest wasn't Blueface himself. It was his mother, Klarissa Saffold. Klarissa had never hidden her opinions. She was bold, outspoken, and fiery, traits that might have been admirable if they weren't constantly aimed like weapons. From day one, she made it clear that she didn't like Chrisean. In an early live stream back in 2021, Klarissa said bluntly, "That girl got demon energy. She using my son for fame. Y'all think it's love, it's lust and chaos?" Fans took sides instantly. Half agreed with her, saying Chrisean's volatility was dangerous. The other half accused Klarissa of jealousy, claiming she couldn't stand seeing her son love another woman. But while social media debated, the tension between the two women kept escalating privately, according to sources close to both camps. Their first real fight happened off-camera inside Blueface's own house. It reportedly started when Klarissa questioned Chrisean's loyalty during a family gathering. One witness later told a gossip page, Klarissa kept asking Chrisean if she was pregnant, trying to embarrass her in front of everyone. Chrisean snapped. She said, "You act like you want to be his woman, not his mama." That's when all hell broke loose. From that moment on, it was war. Over the next 2 years, Klarissa and Chrisean clashed online in one of the most toxic family feuds ever broadcast to the public. Every insult, every accusation, every tear spilled lived for millions. Klarissa accused Chrisean of being abusive, unstable, and obsessed. Chrisean accused Klarissa of manipulation, hypocrisy, and emotional abuse, not just toward Blueface, but toward her own family. At first, people dismissed it as typical Blueface drama. But when Chrisean got pregnant, everything changed. Suddenly, the feud wasn't just about two women fighting for power, it was about legacy. In early 2023, when Chrisean revealed she was expecting Blueface's baby, Klarисsa's reaction was brutal. She went on Instagram Live, rolling her eyes and saying, "That girl lying again. She'll say anything to keep my son's attention." Even after Chrisean showed her ultrasound, Klarissa doubled down, implying she'd faked it before. And when the baby Chrisean Jr. was born, Klarissa didn't congratulate her. She mocked her instead, posting a shady caption, "We all make choices. Just remember, the internet won't raise your kids." That single post cut Chrisean deep. Fans said she looked devastated during a live days later, mumbling, "She's supposed to be family. I never did nothing to that lady." But behind closed doors, Chrisean had been holding back years of pain. She'd grown up in a difficult environment. Her own relationship with her mom wasn't perfect either. Her childhood was marked by struggle, instability, and survival. For years, she felt like she never truly had a mother figure who protected her. And now, being attacked by Blueface's mom, the woman who should have been her, a leer opened. Every wound she thought she'd healed, it wasn't just insults anymore. It was emotional warfare. Insiders close to Chrisean later revealed that she had reached out privately to Klarissa multiple times, trying to make peace. One message allegedly read, "I want our families to come together for Junior. We don't gotta be friends, but let's not be enemies." Klarissa allegedly left her on red. Days later, she posted another cryptic message on Instagram. "Don't invite demons to dinner just because they say grace." Chrisean saw that tanned. That's when the switch flipped. From that point on, the hostility was public, raw, and relentless. Chrisean began referencing Klarissa in her lives, saying things like, "She act like she in love with her own son. It's weird." Klarissa responded with equal venom, telling followers, "Chrisean, trying to use that baby as leverage. She wanted to trap my son." The back and forth grew so toxic that even Blueface tried to intervene successfully. In one live, he said, "Both of y'all crazy. My mama and my baby mama same person, just different bodies." That quote became legendary. Memes, TikToks, and reaction videos exploded. But the pain beneath the humor was real. Because by now it wasn't just a feud between two women, it was a war between two mothers. But then, in the middle of all the chaos, something shifted. Fans noticed Chrisean growing quieter on social media. Her lives weren't as explosive. Her posts focused more on her son. People assumed she was healing or maybe just tired. Then came the phone call during a routine Instagram live. Fans watched in disbelief as Chrisean suddenly said, "You know what? I'm calling my mom." Her hand trembled as she scrolled through her contacts. When her mom answered, the room went silent. "Mama," she said softly, "why she hate me so much?" It was one of the most vulnerable moments Chrisean had ever shown online. For once, it wasn't about closure. Her voice cracked as she explained how Klarissa had continued attacking her, spreading rumors, and even threatening to get CPS involved. "I don't even know what I did to her," Chrisean said. All I did was love her son. She'd been trying to destroy me from the start." Her mother sighed, her tone low but firm. "Baby, that woman see herself in you. That's why she can't stand you. You strong, you loud, and you love hard. You remind her of everything she wished she was." That line sent chills through the internet. The chat exploded with crying emojis, heart reactions, and stunned silence. Fans felt like they were watching generational pain unfold live. Two women, both hurt by their pasts, both trying to make sense of how love turned into hate, and while the phone call seemed healing at first, what came next turned it into a full-blown storm. Because Chrisean's mom didn't just listen. She started revealing things that no one was supposed to know. Things about Blueface's family, about past altercations. And peace ain't what you want. She want control. That's how she always been. I've seen women like her my whole life. They pretend they protecting their sons, but really they protecting their own ego. The live chat erupted. Thousands of comments flew in. Mama Rock spitting facts. This the therapy she needed. Klarissa been controlling Blueface. But then Chrisean's mom said something that made the internet stop cold. "You remember that time y'all was arguing? And she pulled up to your apartment." Chrisean froze. "Yeah, she ain't tell you I called her after that, did she?" "What?" "I called her," her mom continued. "Told her, that's my daughter. You don't put your hands on her. And she said, your daughter need to be disciplined and I'll do it since you didn't." The chat exploded. She said what? Klarissa threatened to fight her own daughter-in-law. This lady unhinged. Chrisean looked stunned. "Why you serious?" "I'm dead serious," her mom replied. And when I told her she was out of line, you know what she said? She said, "Your daughter don't need a mother, she'll need a muzzle." The air in the room shifted. Even Chrisean's face changed, her turning into rage. "Wow," she whispered. "So she really been on that since day one?" Her mom nodded. "She jealous, baby. She wanted to be the center of Blueface's world, and you took that spot. She'll never forgive you for it." Fans were losing their minds. Screenshots flew across Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. Clips of that one sentence, "Your daughter don't need a mother, she'll need a muzzle," spread like wildfire. Within an hour, #Klarissa Exposed was trending. But while fans rallied around Chrisean, Klarissa was watching. And when she finally responded, it made everything worse. Just 2 hours later, Klarissa went live from her kitchen. Wearing a robe and holding a cup of coffee like she'd been waiting for this moment all day. The comment section was already flooded with angry fans, accusing her of cruelty, jealousy, and manipulation. But Klarissa, in true Klarissa fashion, didn't back down. "Y'all acting like that girl innocent," she said, rolling her eyes. "Let's be real, Chrisean been disrespectful since day one. I tried to guide her, I tried to love her, but you can't save somebody who don't want to be saved." And as for her mama, she laughed. "That woman should be thanking me. I did more for her daughter than she ever did." That sentence lit the internet on fire. Within minutes, Chrisean's fans flooded Klarissa's comments, calling her delusional, narcissistic, and toxic. But Klarissa kept going. She over there crying online like she the victim. But y'all ain't see what she did behind the scenes. You think Blueface crazy for no reason? You think his life was perfect before her? That girl brought demons into our family, and now her mama want to sit up there acting holy. Please. It was classic Klarissa deflect, attack, and dominate. But then, right as she seemed to be finishing her rant, she dropped a bomb that flipped everything. Since you want to bring up phone calls, let's talk about the one her mama made to me when she was pregnant. She told me her daughter was drinking and fighting while carrying that baby. I kept that secret to protect her image. But y'all want to play victim? Okay? The chat imploded. Ain't no way she said that. She lying. This family needs therapy, not Instagram. But Klarissa wasn't done. She leaned closer to the camera, her tone icy. You can't play with me, baby. I got receipts too. Y'all want me to post M? I got voice notes, texts, all that. Stop acting like that little girl innocent. The live stream ended abruptly, leaving fans reeling. within minutes. Chrisean fired back on Twitter. That lady really said I was drinking while pregnant. She lying on my name for clout. She obsessed. Somebody get her help before I really expose the truth. That one word was all it took to send the internet spiraling again. By evening, multiple blogs began posting alleged screenshots from Chrisean's group chat, where she apparently confided to friends that Klarissa showed up uninvited at her baby shower and tried to pick fights. One message even read, "She told my mama she hoped my baby come out looking like her side of the family. She's sick." As these screenshots went viral, fans demanded Klarissa respond, but she didn't. She went quiet for the first time in months. That silence only made it worse, because when a woman like Klarissa goes quiet, everyone knows she's plotting. Meanwhile, Chrisean's mom jumped back online, furious. She lying? I never said my daughter was drinking. I called her because I was worried about all that stress they was putting on her. Then, in a shocking twist, she revealed that Klarissa allegedly threatened to get CPS involved the week after Chrisean gave birth. She told me Chrisean's mom said through tears that she was going to make sure they checked on that baby since she didn't trust my daughter as a mother. The comment section turned into a war zone. Fans demanded Klarissa be investigated while others defended her, claiming she was just concerned. But for Chrisean, this wasn't about concern, it was personal. That night, she went live again, shaky voice, red eyes, her anger simmering just beneath the surface. She tried to take my baby. She really called CPS on me. But guess what? I'm a good mother. My baby healthy, my house clean, my heart pure. She ain't break me. She just exposed herself. And she added something that made even her biggest fans gasp. I got voice notes of her saying she wished Junior wasn't born. The chat froze. Tens of thousands of people begged her to play them live. But Chrisean shook her head. Not yet, she said softly. Not till she deny it again. And that's when fans realized this feud wasn't over. It was just beginning. Because if Chrisean really had those recordings, Klarисsa's entire public image, her interviews, her protective mom persona, her fan base could collapse overnight. But before Chrisean could post anything else, someone unexpected entered the story. Someone nobody thought would take a side. Blueface's sister, Kali, went live saying she'd had enough of the lies. What she said next changed everything. I love my mama, but she wrong for this. She obsessed with that girl. Every time Blue trying to move on, she'll start drama. She called CPS. I heard her myself. Y'all think Chrisean lying? She not? Mama did that. That one confession shattered the internet. Fans flooded Klarисsa's page demanding answers. Within hours, she deactivated her Instagram, and for a brief, eerie moment, the entire Blueface family went silent. But silence never lasts long in this world, and the next day, Klarissa came back with her own recordings, and what was in those recordings? It would blow this entire feud wide open, turning a family conflict into a national scandal. When Klarissa returned, she didn't sneak back quietly. She came swinging like a woman on a mission. After vanishing from social media for 24 hours and eternity in her world, she reappeared with an Instagram live titled, "Since Everybody Wanna Talk, Let's Tell the Whole Truth." Within 10 minutes, over 200,000 viewers flooded the stream. Klarissa looked disheveled but fiery, her phone shaking as she paced back and forth in her kitchen. They think they can destroy me with lies. She began glaring into the camera. Baby, I invented receipts. Y'all ready? Let's go. The screen flickered as she pulled up a folder on her iPad. What followed was a series of voice notes, grainy, muffled, but damning in tone. One featured Chrisean's voice yelling, "I don't care what she say. I'll slap her and whoever defend her." Another included background noise of what sounded like a heated argument with Klarissa shouting, "You drunk again?" Around that baby, the comment section exploded. What is this? She editing these? No way Chrisean said that about her own baby. Klarissa smirked as she scrolled through the chaos. See? Y'all think y'all know her, but you don't. She's not a victim. She's violent, unstable, and dangerous. Lucky I don't show y'all the police report from last year." That last sentence hit like a lightning bolt within minutes. Screenshots of her words flooded Twitter. Police report. What police report? Fans and bloggers started digging immediately. And within hours, a file surfaced, allegedly an LAPD call record listing a domestic disturbance at an address tied to Chrisean's name. Chrisean, of course, denied it immediately. Lying again, she posted on X that was a noise complaint from a neighbor. She really trying to twist everything. But Klarissa wasn't done twisting. She leaned in closer to the camera and said, "You think I hate her? Nah, I pity her. She lost and she taken my son down with her. I pray for that baby every night because I don't know what kind of house he growing up in." That one line reignited the firestorm. Thousands of fans accused her of crossing the line again by dragging Chrisean's son into the feud. But Klarissa thrived on outrage. Every time her name trended, she went live again, feeding the flames with cryptic comments like, "Wait till y'all hear the real story from Blueface himself." The problem: Blueface was still behind bars, but that didn't stop his voice from entering the story. Just a few days later, an anonymous page called @BlueRoomFiles posted an audio clip to TikTok. The voice, unmistakably Blueface's, could be heard saying, "Man, my mama be doing too much. She'll always make things worse. I told her stop calling CPS, stop making lives, but she addicted to drama. Rock ain't perfect, but my mama need to chill." Fans went ballistic. It was the first time anyone had heard Blueface publicly defend Chrisean in months. Within minutes, #BlueDefendsRock began trending. Klarissa responded within an hour, furious. She posted, "That ain't my son. That's AI. Y'all can't be this gullible." But it didn't matter. The internet had already picked a side. Now, the narrative had flipped completely. Klarissa was no longer the concerned mother. She was the villain. Even people who once supported her began backing away. Major gossip pages like The Neighborhood Talk started posting captions like, "At this point, Klarissa needs a restraining order, not a microphone." But before fans could even catch their breath, Chrisean struck back at 2 a.m. that night. She went live again, face bare, hoodie up, eyes blazing. Her tone was cold, controlled, and dangerous. "You want to play with audio?" she said. "Cool. Two can play that game." Then she pressed play. What the world heard next was spine-chilling. The recording was allegedly from a phone conversation between Klarissa and a woman believed to be her own sister. In the clip, Klarissa could be heard saying, "I told Blue not to have no baby with that girl. I told him she gonna ruin him. If I gotta call CPS every month till they take that baby, I will. She don't deserve to raise no child." The comment section exploded into chaos. She admitted it. This woman evil. That's not motherly concern. That's obsession. The clip spread across every platform in under an hour. By sunrise, #Klarissa exposed again was trending globally. Fans called for CPS to investigate Klarissa for harassment, while others begged for Blueface to cut her off permanently. But what truly shocked people was how calm Chrisean remained through it all. She didn't scream. She didn't curse. She just said, "You see, I've been telling the truth this whole time. She want to destroy me because I'm not scared of her. But God see everything. She going to answer for what she did." It was one of the first times the internet ever saw Chrisean cry. Not from anger, but from pure exhaustion. The moment was heartbreaking. Fans flooded her comments with support, calling her brave, a survivor. And even the realest woman in hip-hop right now, but Klarissa wasn't finished yet. That same afternoon, she posted a cryptic story with a black screen and white text. "If I go down, I'm taking everyone with me, including my son." That line sent chills across social media. Even Blueface's sister Kali commented publicly, "See? That's why me and her don't talk no more. She evil for real. By now, the feud wasn't just entertainment, it was a full-blown family implosion. Then, in the biggest twist yet, Hollywood Unlocked dropped an exclusive claiming they'd obtained emails between Klarissa and an entertainment blogger, allegedly showing that Klarissa had been feeding insider information about Chrisean to gossip pages in exchange for money. The supposed receipts showed wire transfers under aliases like K, Saffold, and Mamadeus88, with notes that read, "Info on Rock's family and exclusive voice notes drop tomorrow." If true, it was devastating. Fans demanded answers. But instead of denying it, Klarissa went live again, crying this time. "They framing me," she said through tears. "Those ain't my emails. Somebody trying to ruin me." But for the first time ever, no one believed her. The tide had completely turned. The woman who once weaponized lives and chaos had finally become a prisoner of her own drama. Still, the story wasn't over. Because right as Klarissa was breaking down on live, another anonymous account, this one calling itself Daryl Inside Blue, posted a mysterious message that read, "There's more audio coming. It's not about Rock. It's about Klarissa and Blueface. And when y'all hear it, everything will make sense." The internet froze. Within minutes, the rumor mill went insane. People speculated about what the audio could reveal. Was Klarissa secretly recording her own son? Did Blueface help orchestrate the feud for attention? Or was there something darker, a buried secret that both women were trying to protect? By nightfall, every major entertainment outlet was waiting for that next drop. Chrisean stayed quiet, refusing to comment. Klarissa deactivated her Instagram again. Blueface's sister went private. And then, at midnight, the anonymous account posted 3 words, "Tomorrow, noon PST." Multiple outlets began reporting that CPS had actually reopened a file related to Chrisean Jr., allegedly triggered by a third-party complaint. No one said who filed it, but everyone assumed Klarissa had something to do with it. That news hit fans like a gut punch. The same woman who'd accused Klarissa of harassment was now facing a real investigation into her parenting. And it didn't matter whether it was justified or not, the optics were devastating. 1. TikTok, with over 10 million views, said it best. Klarissa weaponized the system against her. "This ain't mother versus daughter anymore, it's generational curses" on livestream. Even Nicki Minaj, who usually stays out of messy drama, mentioned it on her Queen Radio segment, saying, "At some point, the grown-ups gotta act like grown-ups. The internet, not your courtroom." But the internet had become their courtroom. Every hour, new evidence surfaced. Leaked screenshots, supposed DMs, even clips from deleted lives. One viral post claimed to show Klarissa admitting she'd sent info to TMZ first. Another showed Chrisean crying, saying, "They trying to take my baby from me just 'cause I talk loud." The emotional whiplash was constant. Fans who'd once laughed at the chaos were now genuinely worried. "This not entertainment anymore," one user wrote. "This is trauma on display." Still, as always, there were those who thrived on the spectacle. YouTubers began live streaming reactions titled Klarissa vs. Chrisean, Court of Public Opinion. Influencers debated whether either woman was telling the truth. Commentators like Tasha K and DJ Academics turned the saga into a daily talking point, breaking down every post like it was a courtroom transcript. But what really set the industry ablaze wasn't the fans or the bloggers. It was what Zeus Network did next. Late that night, the streaming platform released a cryptic teaser trailer, grainy clips of both women yelling, crying and pacing in different rooms with the caption, "The truth will be televised." Coming soon, the Rock family intervention. The trailer didn't mention Klarissa by name, but fans knew immediately what it was about. The comment section exploded, Zeus cashing in on real pain again. "They making trauma entertainment. I can't. But y'all know we still watching?" Even industry insiders were disgusted. One Hollywood producer tweeted, The line between content and exploitation doesn't exist anymore. This is disturbing. But the hype machine couldn't be stopped. Within hours, Zeus had gained 100,000 new subscribers, and Klarissa posted a smug selfie captioned, "Win you, the main character, not the villain." That post reignited the outrage. Fans accused her of exploiting her own family for fame. Others speculated that she'd known the show was coming and had deliberately stirred up controversy to secure the bag. Meanwhile, Chrisean stayed silent, but her silence was louder than anything Klarissa could say. For 3 days straight, she didn't go live, didn't post, didn't respond. Her fans flooded her comments with messages like, "We proud of your growth and let them talk, truth always wins." Then, without warning, she broke her silence. She posted a photo of herself holding Junior. No makeup. No caption, just a black heart emoji. It became one of the most liked photos of her entire career. Celebrities like Summer Walker, Ari Fletcher, and Cash Doll commented with hearts and words of support. Even people who'd criticized her before now praised her strength. But beneath that peace, the internet could feel something brewing, because while Chrisean's followers celebrated her calm, the anonymous page The Real Inside Blue posted one final message. The wait's almost over. Final audio drops in 48 hours. Blue knew everything. That single line sent shockwaves across social media. If true, it meant Blueface, the silent center of this storm, had known about all of it. The leaks, the recordings, the manipulation. And suddenly, it all made sense. The silence. The cryptic posts. The way every conflict kept looping back to him. By the next morning, the entire internet wasn't asking who's lying. Anymore, they were asking, what is Blueface hiding? Because if that final drop was real, it wouldn't just expose Klarissa or Chrisean. It could destroy everything they'd built. And when that clock started ticking down again, the only thing louder than the anticipation was the fear. Because in this story, nobody was innocent anymore. The drop came without warning. No countdown this time, no teaser, no warning post. Just a 3-minute audio file that appeared on X under the account The Real Inside Blue, titled, "The Recording That Ends IT All." The voice that began the clip was unmistakable. Blueface.com/cold. Detached. "Yeah, I told her to post it," he said. "I told Ma it would get clicks. I told Rock it would make her look strong. Y'all don't get it. I control both sides." The drama pays. The internet froze. For a solid 30 seconds, nobody knew if it was real. Then the voice continued laughing. "You think I don't know what I'm doing? Every time they fight, we trend. Every time they cry, my name in the headlines. That's why I let M go at it. I don't need peace. I need relevance." The rest of the clip was chaos. Background noise, laughter, muffled voices. But fans swore they heard snippets of Klarissa talking about planting stories and Chrisean crying, saying, "You told me this was real." The internet exploded within an hour. Hashtag Blueface set him up and hashtag Inside Blue trended worldwide. Millions accused him of orchestrating the entire feud using his own mother and the mother of his child for publicity and profit. Others defended him, claiming the audio was edited. But for the first time in years, nobody could deny it. All three of them, Blueface, Chrisean, and Klarissa, were trapped in a cycle of pain that he might have been fueling from the start. Then came the visual. Proof. An anonymous YouTube channel uploaded a video titled "Blueface, the Puppet Master." It's featured screenshots of alleged DMs between Blueface and an unnamed Zeus producer. The messages showed Blueface saying, "Don't worry, I'll get her to go live again." The views still go crazy. Another message, supposedly from the same chat. "Read. Tell my mom she can go off if she want. Just make sure she don't touch my kid. Keep it entertainment." The comment section was nuclear. Fans were furious. Even the diehard defenders couldn't justify it, if true. It meant Blueface had pitted two women, his mother and his partner, against each other to keep his name trending. And while chaos consumed the internet, Klarissa went live one last time. Her face looked drained, mascara streaked, voice shaky. "He told me it was for a show," she said quietly. "He told me she knew. He said it was all for promotion." She broke down crying mid-sentence. "My own son played me. He played her. He played all of us." That was the moment everything changed, because within minutes, Chrisean went live to her face unreadable, her voice shaking with betrayal. So that's what this was about. Clout. You let your mom drag me. You let the world laugh at me. And it was a game. She took a long breath, holding back tears. "You can have your fame. I'll keep my peace. But don't ever call me crazy again, 'cause now everybody see who the real manipulator is." The comment section turned into a war zone. Thousands of fans flooded the chat, calling Blueface a narcissist, a user, and the true villain. But as the dust settled, one final twist emerged, something even darker than anyone expected. A verified gossip journalist from Hollywood, Unlocked, posted an update claiming that the original anonymous account, the one leaking all the files, had been traced to a device registered under Blueface's own media company. Let that sink in. The person leaking the chaos might have been him the entire time. The reaction was instant. Every outlet ran the headline, "Blueface exposed." Did he leak his own scandal? Theories exploded across TikTok and Reddit. Some believed he had planned the entire saga to promote an upcoming Zeus special. Others thought it was revenge's way of maintaining control from behind bars. And yet, even as fans speculated, new rumors swirled that Klarissa was threatening legal action against her son, claiming emotional distress and reputational damage. If that was true, the feud that began online might actually end in a courtroom. But here's where the story got eerier. Late that night, all the posts, all the audios, all the videos tied to the real Inside Blue vanished. The account disappeared completely, as if it never existed. Then, on Blueface's official Instagram, a single story appeared for just 1 hour before vanishing. Y'all believe anything? See you on TV? The internet lost its mind. Was it a confession? A taunt? A promotion for Zeus? Nobody knew. But one thing was certain: the lines between real and fake, truth and manipulation, had officially blurred beyond recognition. The next morning, TMZ confirmed that a major network special featuring the entire family feud was already in post-production. Insiders said it would include exclusive footage, unseen clips, and interviews from all sides. Fans were outraged. So this whole thing was content. One viral tweet read, "We've been crying, defending, fighting, and they were filming the whole time." The betrayal cut deep. The internet had been emotionally invested for weeks, mourning, debating, defending, and now it looked like they'd all been played. But even in the chaos, there was one final, chilling moment. A fan who recorded Klarissa's last live noticed something at the end that everyone else missed, just before she ended the stream. She whispered under her breath, "He said, if I stop, the money stops. But this time, I'm done." That line echoed across social media. Was she admitting she'd been complicit, or warning that something darker was coming? Nobody knew. All they knew was that after everything, after the tears, the recordings, the betrayals, the exposures, there were no winners left. Not Chrisean, not Klarissa, not even Blueface, only the world watching, wondering what was real. And what was just the next episode, because somewhere in Los Angeles, cameras were still rolling, and the tagline for the leaked Zeus special had already surfaced online. The truth was never the goal, the chaos was. So after all the lies, leaks, and chaos, we finally know the truth. Or do we? Because if that last audio was real, then everything we've watched over the past month wasn't a feud, it was a performance. A master manipulation designed to keep the spotlight burning, no matter who got hurt in the process. Now, the question isn't who's lying. It's who planned this. Was Blueface really the puppet master pulling every string from behind the scenes? Or is this all just another perfectly timed distraction before the Zeus special drops? Fans are split down the middle. Some are calling it the most twisted PR stunt of the decade. Others swear it's bigger than entertainment-tan example of how fame, money, and trauma collide until nobody remembers what's real anymore. But what do you believe? Do you think Blueface orchestrated everything for clout? Was Klarissa a victim of her own ambition? Or did Chrisean get caught in a web too dark for even her to escape? Drop your theories in the comments below, because this story isn't ending, Night's evolving. The network's teasing never-before-seen footage. Insiders are hinting at sealed court filings. And rumors say a secret recording, one that even Zeus doesn't and could still leak. So if you think this chapter was wild, just wait until the next one. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Cause when the next drop hits, you're gonna want to be here first. Because in this saga, nobody's clean, nothing's certain, and the truth, it's still out there. It's still out there.